With all this new and amazing technologies that are coming out of our cameras today, like 4K video and really amazing image quality that we're getting when we're shooting super high ISOs and really low light situations, you wonder what's it going to be like in 2 months, let alone 2 years. So that brings us to the question of what happens with all this older camera technology that may be just several years old, but at the time, don't forget, this was also state of the art. This was as good as it gets for its time. And one such camera that comes to mind is the Nikon D300. Now, I got mine new back in around, I think it was 2007 when it first came out. Nikon made these for a couple of years before it was replaced by the 300S. Now, right now, I have my D300 on a camera bracket, and I know that somebody is going to be asking what kind of bracket that is. This particular bracket is a Jones bracket, and I'm going to be taking this off of here. Get this out of the way. Now, the rotating bracket that's on my D300 is made by the Just Right company. And I'm not affiliated with the company, but it's the best rotating bracket that I know of out there. And you can either put this onto your tripod, monopod, and of course your camera bracket if you want. And with just a flick of a wrist, you can go from vertical to horizontal. Very, very simple. There's no need to take off the camera from your tripod and go horizontal and then take it back off and then go in a vertical. It's just a matter of flicking that wrist. Very, very simple. But anyway, back to the 300. Now, I got this one new for about $2,000. I used my D300 professionally for several years, doing many portrait sessions such as family portraits, engagement portraits, and pre-bridal portraits, and we were able to sell and make up beautiful 24 by 36 inch wall photographs, and they were beautiful. So coming out of this camera, very, very nice. And I've even used this for small product photography when my Fuji S2 had battery issues. And with the D300, we've also done quite a few weddings with it. Very happy with the camera. As a matter of fact, one of my second shooters also had a D300, and that worked out very well. This is really an amazing buy right now, and it's for somebody who is on a really tight budget, yet still wants the capability of being able to create beautiful images, even by today's standards. And it's also good for the student or somebody who might need an extra camera body as a spare or as a backup to have on hand. Now, there are many, many great features about this that you can look up on Nikon's website. You can look at all the features and all the specs. And I just want to go through some of the things that I really like about this camera. First of all, it's got a 12.3 megapixel DX format sensor on here. So for most of us, that's going to be more than adequate. Again, unless you're doing giant wall decor, you're going to need something larger. But for most of us, that's way more than adequate. And it also, get this, 6 frames per second with the existing battery in here. And if you have a battery pack, you can go up to 8 frames per second. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Huh? And it's got the X-Speed image processor with a self-cleaning ultrasonic sensor unit. And it got a rugged magnesium alloy body. So it's really built to take it, for sure. 3-inch super density 921,000 dot LCD, 2 live view shooting modes, and the ISO sensitivity goes from a low of 100 up to a high of 6,400. And for most of us, that is going to be more than adequate also. And with the D300, you can also shoot in JPEG, in RAW, or both. And you can even shoot a TIFF file if you want to. And it goes onto a compact flash memory card. There's a single memory card slot in here. And on a D300, your shutter speed goes up to 1/8,000th of a second. That's pretty amazing by itself. Another thing that I really liked about this camera was that you're able to shoot about 1,000 images, probably more, on a battery charge with that. And that's especially useful on wedding photography, or if you're doing a bunch of engagement sessions all day long, you don't have to worry about your battery as much. And very important also that I like about the 300, as a matter of fact, I guess the Nikon system itself, but I believe Canon has that also, that when you change batteries, whether your camera's on a tripod, a bracket, or you're hand holding it, very simple to change batteries. You don't have to take off your bracket, or you don't have to take the camera off the tripod to change batteries. You just open up the battery door and out comes your battery. And you just put it in with a new one in just a couple seconds time. So that is really a good selling point actually at the time for this camera, and something that I really appreciated. Now, currently you can get this camera on eBay and then some of the camera retailers for about between $240 to $300. And right now, I think that is an excellent, excellent buy for what you're getting. The only thing that this camera is missing is it does not do movies. So anybody looking for a still camera, this would be it. However, if this thing did movies, forget it. It would be really outstanding. So anybody that's on a really tight budget or just looking for a spare camera body and is a Nikon shooter, the Nikon D300 is definitely something worth looking into.